Hey, it's Nate the Great from Flight 214, and you are watching the top 10 most expensive sneakers. You know, I remember as a kid, my mom hated going to the mall and spending $100 for a pair of Jordans. And I was like in junior high, so I wore adult shoes, but still $100, and she complained. But now shoes range from around $150 to $180 on average, so it's safe to say it sucks to be a parent these days. Well, we decided to compile a list of the top 10 most expensive sneakers ever released. So with no further ado, let's jump right in. Coming in at number 10, the Nike Air Yeezy 2 Red October. With rumors swirling of Kanye West's looming departure from Nike for Adidas, a lot of people feared that this colorway would never drop. And although Kanye did obviously wind up leaving on December 27th in 2013, the Red October finally saw an official release date. Crazed sneakerheads swarmed and scooped them at retail, and then the resale games began. These actually could have probably been a little higher on the list, considering they range from $2,700, no doubt, for a used pair, to as much as $5,700 on some couple of sites that we saw. Number 9, Nike Hyperadapt 1.0. Last year, Nike announced its first fully auto-lacing sneaker to actually be sold in stores, and the crowd went nuts. No, they might not be mags, but yeah, they do auto-lace, and at the end of the day, that still make them pretty cool to me. Hyperadapt 1.0 is the very first example of what Nike is calling their adaptive lacing system. And as a senior inventor, Tiffany Beers explains, when you step in, the heel hits a sensor that automatically tightens, and then there's 2 buttons on the side that further tightens or loosens. You can adjust until it's perfect. When released on December 17th last year, they originally saw a $720 price tag, but before you say, wow, that's a lot for an out the box price, just remember, they now resell for $3,500. So yeah. At number 8, the Nike Foamposite 1 Tianjin. Released on February 7, 2015, the Foamposite 1 Tianjin was a gesture of tribute from Nike basketball to the city that introduced the sport to the country of China in 1895. The shoe features traditional Chinese art and perhaps the most intricate pattern that we've ever seen on a Foamposite silhouette. Nike only released them in China, and then in limited quantity at that, so fans stateside had to drop out to get their hands on a pair. So much so that they went for as much as $4,000 at one point and now hover around $3,500. Coming in at number 7, Adidas 3D Runner in all black. 2016 proved to be huge for sneaker innovation, with Nike unveiling the previously mentioned Hyperadapt 1.0 and Adidas releasing the world's very first 3D printed sneaker. The 3D midsole that you see in the picture is actually a cushioning system, which was first released in all white and then in a black colorway and only issued to Adidas Olympic athletes. When Adidas finally released them to the public, they were by reservation only, with 333 pair being sold for ironically $333. So being as limited as that and fucking awesome as they are, they wound up selling for as much as $5,000 and now hover at around $2,500 a pair. Number 6, the Yeezy by Louis Vuitton Patchwork. Sometimes it's easy to forget that before the Air Yeezys, the whole rapper endorsed sneaker thing was kind of looked at as a brave endeavor or uncharted territory. Nobody really knew if it would work or not, and I'm pretty sure nobody saw it revolutionizing the game the way it ultimately did. But sandwiched in between the release of the Air Yeezy 1 and 2 was a collaboration between Kanye West and Louis Vuitton on the release of several colorways and 2 different style designs in a high-end, upscale boat shoe known as the Patchwork. As you probably expect too from the longtime fashion heavyweights, the original price tag was steep, but the resale went through the roof, with the Kanye by LV collab going for as high as $6,000. Number 5, the NMD Human Race Pharrell Friends and Family Pack. So after striking gold with the whole Kanye West endeavor, Adidas decided to work with another hip-hop/fashion icon in Pharrell Williams. The first yellow and black pair debuted on July 22nd in 2016 for $240 and was followed by several other colorways. But in addition to that, Adidas produced a couple of hundred unreleased pair for the friends and family of Pharrell. The special editions basically resembled the other designs save for a burgundy colorway and Chinese characters translating the friends and family, replacing the human race across the toe. These never officially released, so they never saw an official sticker price, but they inevitably hit the streets though. At first for $7,500, but if you want to get your some today, it'll cost you 10 stacks. At number 4, the Nike SBdunk by Staple. The release of the Pigeon made waves all across the country, and not particularly because of their exclusivity, but because of all the fuckery that went on in front of Reed Space in New York City the day they got released. First of all, it was only 150 per worldwide, so you can imagine how many pairs that store had. It was a huge crowd outside with people camping out, and somebody decided they wanted to get pissed and pitch a riot. The cops had to be called, and there was rumors of people waiting around the block ready to jump people who did get a pair. At the end of the day, and despite all the commotion, I'm pretty sure the sneakers were worth the trouble for many. But the question is, were they worth the resale price? At the highest, they resold for $10,000, and on average today you can get them for around $6,000. Number 3, the Air Jordan 11 Blackout. This sample definitely take the cake for the most expensive out-the-box Jordan ever. When pictures first popped up in 2012, sneakerheads went so crazy that auction bids went up to $11,000, and one dude actually paid it. And this was when everybody assumed that it was a sample that would come out later on that year, but they didn't. So the question is, could they have went for more had people known that they weren't actually going to be released? Or how much are they worth now? Coming in at number 2 is the Undefeated by Jordan 4. Limited to only 72 per, the Undefeated 4 was Jordan Brand's first collaboration with any outside entity, and modeled after an MA1 flight jacket, is probably the most sought after out-the-box Jordan that's not directly linked to a celebrity or MJ itself. Undefeated ran an auction back in 2005 and gave 72 people a chance to get their hands on them through their charity auction. So what's the price tag on these groundbreaking J's today? 15 stacks. Rounding off the top of the list, which you probably expected, is the Nike Air Mags. We all know the history behind the mags, but did you know that a charity auctioning off 1,510 pairs of mags made almost $6 million for the Michael J. Fox Foundation in 2011? With a UK rapper named Tiny Timfer getting his hands on the first pair to go up for auction for a cool $37,500, which I'm pretty sure was a publicity stunt. So that brings us to the end of our very first top 10 list. As a disclaimer, I gotta say that we did not include sneakers that were directly included with celebrities and or Michael Jordan himself, i.e. no flu game J's or no OVO J's. We tried to include sneakers that were only actually released in stores with an official release date and retail price, save for probably number 3, which probably shouldn't be on the list, but it is. So yeah. But there's a couple of other shoes that could have also been on the list that didn't make it on the list that had just recently been dropped that could probably have made it on the list. Like the Cause J's are now going for $2,000. So I'm pretty sure at some point in time, sometime in the near future, they will be on a most expensive list of some sort. So, but anyway, we'll have much more to come from the Flight 214 channel, including highlights, showcases, interviews, and everything involving the culture. So if you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
So on the beat.